Hello and welcome, beautiful souls, to my channel, Light of Shaya. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to those of you who are new. I hope you enjoy the content, and welcome to those of you who are returning. I really appreciate every single one of you for all of your support. So this is going to be one of my messages from Spirit again. So this is going to be a general reading for whoever this message is for. If you're drawn to this video, I trust that there's a message here for you. If not, the whole reading will correspond to you. So I'm going to be using the Spirit Animal Oracle cards and the Good Tarot. This is going to be an intuitive reading, and I've been really fancying the Angel Prayers cards here, so I'm going to go ahead and be using that. So let's go ahead and get started with the message. I'm going to open up with the Angel Prayers here. Hope you're all having a lovely day. So yesterday I did a twin flame reading for the collective, for whoever that message was for, and a lot of you, and throughout 2020, I mean 2020 has been a really rough year, but it's been a beautiful year for personal transformation. And those of you on the channel here watching are likely the souls who have been doing the work to move forward. Those people who are meant to be in your life will stay in your life, and those who are not meant to be there will be exiting your life. So if you've had, I don't know why I'm getting the sense to say this, if you've been having a twin flame who simply hasn't been paying attention to you or doing the work, one of the strongest messages I've been getting here is it's time to let go. It's time to let go and let God, and you have to trust that God is going to be the one that brings you two together, or if not, a replacement soul of same vibration as you will be entering your life. And I'm getting that very strongly for those of you on the twin flame journey. Because remember, the twin flame journey is a spiritual experience first. It's not about the physicality. My channel has been really touching upon that lately, about the physicality. A lot of people have been getting lost in the physicality of life, and this is kind of like devil energy, because it refuses to put spirit at the top, right? Spirit should be in your life at all moments in time. Everything in life is in connection with Source, and so when we focus on the pleasures of life, now that isn't to say that we're not allowed to enjoy the pleasures of life, but it's about putting the pleasures of life before God. And that in itself is difficult. So it's really interesting. I split the deck here, and we have the Miracle of Prayer, Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. So if you guys have been praying, this is Sandalphon coming through here saying that that your prayers have been heard, and he's been delivering them straight to Spirit. It's really interesting. Yesterday, Archangel Metatron came out in the Twin Flame reading. So for those of you who don't know, Sandalphon is actually Metatron's twin brother, the prophet Elijah, whereas Metatron was the prophet Enoch. And then we have here, love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance, right? So whenever your twin is running away from you, this is basically because you haven't come into your power yet. You haven't embraced your power. You haven't embraced yourself completely. There's a sense of lack of self-worth. So one of the most empowering things you can do on the twin flame journey is to essentially forget that your twin is even around, if that makes sense. You just leave them behind. So if you believe you've been dealing with a divine counterpart, trust me when I say that if you completely detach from them, if they really are your counterpart, they'll come running back. And if not, well then you'll know, right? And Spirit will always send you a replacement soul, so to speak, if your counterpart isn't willing to heed the call. So that message seemed to want to come out very strongly. So let's see what the message from Spirit is here. Yeah, that's beautiful. So bottom of the deck, it says here, take time to breathe. Thank you, angels. I breathe with ease, knowing you're here. So if you've been feeling like divine guidance hasn't been in your life lately, this is a call to action to take a deep breath. Everything's okay. Your angels are working with you. And I love these cards because this is just confirmation for me that what I'm saying is the right thing, because Archangel Michael is the angel of justice. So first card we have here is count your blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. If you haven't been feeling grateful for the things in your life, it's time to start being grateful, okay? So what's really interesting is in our evolution, as a species, I believe for the last, it's like, what has it been, like 200,000 years, this is the first time in history that human beings have had all of their needs met, and to be able to have food, water, shelter, all these things around us, protection. We don't have to worry about wildlife attacking us. We don't have to worry about sickness the way we used to. We have medical treatments now. We have food and water that we can easily access at the touch of a button. Some of you don't even need to go grocery shopping, right? You can just like hit up Grubhub or Uber Eats or whatever it is, right? And you'll have a hot meal that's delivered straight to your door. Our ancestors had to fight for food. They had to learn how to forage and hunt, and they needed to know about agriculture, right? So for them, it was always about striving to survive. Nowadays, the reason why there's a lot of confusion is because we don't struggle to survive now. That's why little things get on our nerves sometimes. So it's about realizing that you're living in one of the best moments of our existence. And you should be incredibly grateful for that, because once upon a time, we had to fight to survive. Here we have, you are protected, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Michael, for surrounding me with your protective light. So this is Archangel Michael, the main card of this deck, and he is the ruler of the angelic realm in a sense. Of course, Metatron being the top head because God put him there. Archangel Michael is kind of like he's our protector, and he's always looking for ways to better us. He is an angel of justice. So if you have been wronged in any sort of way, Archangel Michael is ensuring your protection, and those who have wronged you in any sort of way will eventually face the karma of their actions, right? All of the things that we do in life are stored in the Akashic records, right? And I believe Archangel Metatron, interestingly enough, is in charge of the Akashic records, because he's the scribe. He's the one that writes down everything that every human being has done on this planet. And so one of the ways karma works is essentially when you wound another person, that gets stored in the Akashic records, and eventually it comes back down to the person, and they suffer the same exact thing that you went through, right? And so the only way that that person could ever truly clear out that karma is if you as an individual find it in your heart to forgive them for what they have done. And so forgiveness is incredibly important, because when you don't forgive someone, it's like a poison that sits in your body, and it actually causes you a great deal of harm. Trust that if somebody has wronged you in any sort of way, that they will receive in turn what they have done to you, and hopefully this will help them grow as an individual to understand just how harmful their actions can be. So we have here the transformation card, Archangel Zadkiel. Thank you, Zadkiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. Exactly. So if you've been going through struggle, strife, if somebody has harmed you, or if you've just been dealing with a lot of difficulties, Zadkiel here is helping you move past these situations so that you can grow and evolve. And Archangel Michael is kind of orchestrating things for you at this time in order to help you through your struggles, okay? So let's go ahead and pull some cards from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Yeah. So bottom of the deck here we have Freedom is Yours, Horse Spirit. So this card came out in one of my messages from Spirit not too long ago as well. You're being freed from something. For those of you, especially if you've been on the twin flame journey, I feel like you're choosing to free yourself from the connection. You're freeing yourself from the karma, from the pull that you've had to this person. So the cards that we have that came out, the first card that came out here, I believe they came out this way, is Lizard Spirit, Dream the World into Being, which is a number 11. So this card, the number 11, is also associated with Archangel Metatron. But basically, this is the call to action to dream what it is that you want to create in this world. What is it that you want to create? And dream it into being. Allow yourself to expand and grow and really imagine what your life can be like, and then take the action towards making that a reality. What is it that you truly want? Perhaps that's why Swan Spirit is here. Time for a deep dive. Maybe some of you don't actually know what it is that you want in your life, and it's time for you to look deep within to ask yourself, what is it that I truly want in this life? What makes me happy? And what is it that's truly calling me to live my joy? right? So this is an opportunity for you to ask yourself these very introspective questions to figure out what it is that you want in life. And here we have another master number, 55, Snake Spirit, time to heal. So yeah, with transformation being here, this is a call to action to heal your wounds. If you've been dealing, as I said, with difficult circumstances, right now is a beautiful time for you to heal these wounds. This is what Zadkiel is helping you do. He's helping you through this transformation to continue to heal yourself so that you no longer are kept in this dark place. These lower vibrational energies are being cleared and transmuted from you so that you can further embody your true essence, your true being. And here we have Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. So once again, this is take time to breathe, take time to take care of yourself. What's really interesting to me is Brown Bear Spirit always comes to me as an ancestor. So you could be having some ancestors around you at this time who are helping you through this healing process. This could be, you know, like a grandmother or grandfather that passed away, or it could be older ancestors. But this also for me tells me that you're clearing ancestral karma. You're clearing ancestral karma here. For some of you, what's really interesting is that I'm getting is that some of you, your parents may have been in a karmic kind of like twin flame connection, so you always saw the push-pull dynamic between them, and this is one of the ancestral patterns that you're learning to clear out in this lifetime, which is fantastic, right? Freedom is yours. So let's go ahead and get into the good tarot here. This is such an exciting reading. Let's see what's to come here for you guys. Okay, so we have the Hierophant, which is the sign of Taurus. Some of you could have that in your chart, could be dealing with that sign. We have Strength, yes indeed. This is Leo energy. Wow. Wow, we have the Emperor here, Aries. Okay, see, as I was saying, we were talking about divine masculine, divine feminine, and the Emperor is coming out here. So this could be in dealings with your divine masculine again. We have the Four of Fire, which is the 1111 card, the Four of Wands. Interesting, we have the Four of Air. We have the Moon card, so this is Pisces and Cancer. Wow, we have the King of Water. And the World, a completion of a cycle. It's a completion of a cycle. We have the Star card at the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. We also do have the King of Air here, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, although King of Air usually deals with Aquarius for me. This is healing. This is finding a new direction in life, right? And this is at the bottom of the deck, so you're not seeing this coming. This is a brand new beginning for you. It's a brand new direction for you. It's you healing all of the things that you've been struggling with. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera now so you guys can see the cards on the board, okay? As you can see, I have a very small table, so it's very hard for me to like be able to show you all the cards here. But this is how the cards came out. So the first card that we have here is the Hierophant, which always gives me very strong magician-like energy. This particular Hierophant, for me, reads more like the Magician. Although this could be about traditions and structures, especially with the Four of Fire at the bottom of this card, which is about, like, Four of Fire also speaks about the home and stability, right? So some of you may be actually questioning your belief systems, your traditions, challenging the status quo when it comes to your own personal traditions, like what you learned growing up, especially with this Page of Fire here. Now, the Page of Fire is a very immature energy as well at times. Now, what's really interesting that I recently found out is the Page of Fire is also considered androgynous. So you could be dealing with a person who could be sexually immature with the Hierophant card here, because Hierophant speaks of commitment as well. So the Page of Fire is a highly immature card. Now, with the Strength card being right next to it, there could be, I mean, note how the Strength card is looking directly at this Page of Fire, which has kind of like a trickster energy to it. Note the Moon here and the Moon here. There could be something unknown to you that you're not seeing if you're dealing with a person here, because I'm getting the sense here this is kind of like an extension of the twin flame reading that I was doing yesterday, but this is more from like the perspective of maybe the masculine. So as I said, we have Taurus, Leo, Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, and Cancer here. For the signs, we also have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the King of Water. You could also be dealing with a Gemini or Libra, but the only reason I say Aquarius here is because the King of Air, traditionally for me, is Aquarius, and since we do have the star card at the bottom of the deck, that could very well be one of the signs that you're dealing with. Now, what's really interesting, as I said, is his Strength card is looking directly at this Page of Fire, and the Strength card is about overcoming things. It's about overcoming difficulties through inner strength. So a good example of that would be, for example, if you have a bad habit, let's say you're trying to quit smoking or drinking, the Strength card would be the card that you would want to see in order to overcome that addiction, because it's your inner resolve. It's like it's your inner voice telling you, no, you shouldn't touch that. No, you shouldn't do that. And whenever you have the temptation that is presented, it's a card that says, I'm no longer going to indulge in it. It says, no, let's get our mind off of this. Let's think about other things. Let's put our efforts and energy into something else. Now here we have that Emperor card. And what's really interesting here is that the Emperor is followed by the King of Air. So it's giving me the sense of like, what's really interesting is that the Emperor tends to be very logical and very detached from his emotions. He can be kind of like a crotchety old bastard, if you will, especially combined here with the King of Air. So maybe there's somebody you're dealing with who's like this, who may not dive into their emotions with the King of Water here. You could very well be this King of Water here. What's really interesting is that the Moon and the King of Water are next to each other, which is giving me the sense of like emotional vulnerability as well. These two cards here are about very deep emotion, very deep emotion. It's very interesting because I'm just seeing the dynamic play out between the cards that, for example, look at this Four of Fire and this Four of Air. They're incredibly similar. The postures are very similar, almost exactly the same. One of them is playing the pipe here, like the flute, and is kind of like drawing you in. And the other one has this mask on, which for me, I think they both have masks. But this card has this really weird smirk on their face. I can't help but think of that song. I can't remember what that song is. It's by Paramore. But I got him where I want him now is the lyric that kind of came through to me. It was very interesting. And it was really interesting when I said that. I almost felt like my gut like drop a little bit. Like, I don't know if you've ever been on a roller coaster and like you had that like feeling of like when you're dropping, or even the rides that kind of like escalate you upwards and then drop you. It kind of felt like that. It was really interesting. So I got him where I want him now. That's so interesting. I'm not sure why that message came through. It may mean something to someone out there, but there's that trickster energy, right? Remember how I was saying with the Page of Fire? This Page of Fire is like, again, look at the expression. Usually I don't see this card this way, but look at the expression on this person's face. Very similar to the Four of Air. There's like a trickster energy around you. I don't know if this is on your behalf or somebody that you're dealing with, but there's like a trickster energy, and that makes a lot of sense here with the Moon, because with the Moon card being here, it's also a card of like deception or secrets, or very deep secrets. But what's really neat is I'm noticing how this Moon is divulging like this star energy to this King of Water. And this King of Water is such a lovely energy. I love the expression on his face. It's one of like loving kindness. It's very, very deep emotion that I get from this card. It's very happy. It's very beautiful energy. It's emotionally available. Now we have here the World card, which is a completion of a cycle, of course, right? But there's something about this card that always bothers me because of this key. I can't help but notice the key here, always. It's like the key to happiness. Interestingly enough, the Sun card, when I last had the World here, came out. Now the key to happiness is the sun, right? The sun being happiness. So what is the key to this is the question that I'm kind of asking. What is the key? You know, I'm actually going to clarify that with the Muse Tarot. What is the key? What is the key to the happiness for this sun card? What is the key? Oh, wow. So you have the Eight of Inspiration, which is the Eight of Wands. And note the pulling. The pulling energy is very fast moving. It's like, I don't know if this is communication or travel, excitement maybe. And note how the sun here, this is like Mars energy too, which makes me think about the Emperor. It's about like taking action. The key to happiness here is taking action. What's really interesting is when I said that, my Ace of Voices came out. And as I've told you guys before, whenever I get the Ace of Swords, this is confirmation. This is confirmation for me. So the key to happiness here is taking action. I'm not really sure why that is. Is there anything you could tell us about this, Spirit? About this? We have the Knight of Cups. And the Queen of Voices. Wow. We have a pairing here of the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. So there's something about a love offer here. The Knight of Cups is somebody who comes in with romance. This is a very romantic card. So the key to happiness here is communication about someone's feelings maybe. And with the Queen of Voices, it's really interesting because the Queen of Voices is like clear communication as well. The Queen of Voices speaks her truth. She's somebody who speaks her truth. So maybe somebody needs to speak their truth, or there needs to be some honest communication here between maybe two air signs. Queen of Voices and King of Voices here. Now, I'm a little bit curious about this moon. What is this moon about? Ooh, sorry. Pick that card up in a second. So the Three of Cups came out, and I don't like that. So with the Three of Cups here, especially paired with the Moon card, you guys, is really bothersome for me because Moon is about secrets, and the Three of Cups is usually a card that speaks of like celebration and being happy. This is also a card of reconciliation, but the Moon card paired with the Three, and when it comes to the threes in particular, like Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles, or Three of Emotions, this could very well be a hidden third party. And with the Ace of Materials and Queen of Materials, this third party could very well be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's something about an offer here. And what's really interesting to me is that this card, recently when I saw it, reminds me of like a GPS. Like, I don't know if you guys could see that. You know, like how on Google, if this was all filled in red, there's a dot. There's kind of like this dot here. You know what? Like when you're going to travel somewhere and you're like moving the little thing around, like your destination is like a dot. Like that red dot. I just want to make sure you guys can see that. Okay. So I'm getting the sense here, maybe the deception is, the secret is about a third party. Maybe an earth sign. I don't like this. There could also be, okay, so for those of you that resonates with, you'll know what it is. For others of you, someone is secretly wanting to, Ace of Voices came out. So for those of you that's resonating with is what this Ace of Voices is about, okay? There is a third party that you're not aware of, that this, whoever this reading is for, maybe it's an Aries or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could also, of course, be, as I said, if you're dealing with twin flame, there could be a third party that somebody doesn't want you to know about. But for others of you that is definitely not resonating with, it won't come from a place of fear, okay? For those of you that's not resonating with, this is like a hidden reconciliation energy. Somebody may want to come see you and speak to you, to talk to you about their emotions, to be vulnerable with you. I don't like this. Seven of Voices is coming up too, which is about lies and secrets, deceit. So somebody from your past could have been lying to you, because I see the Six of Emotions here. For those of you that resonates with, maybe that's what this Four of Air is. Remember I was talking about trickster energy? Somebody's being like a trickster, trying to be sly about something. And maybe they haven't been wanting to speak to you about their emotions. What's really interesting here is I have the Six of Emotions, the Ace of Emotions, and the Queen of Inspiration that wants to come out together. And what's really interesting here is that yesterday's twin flame reading had a Queen of Wands in it, which is Aries, Leo, Sag. And so maybe there are emotions towards a third party that is an Aries, Leo, Sag. Justice card wanted to come out again, which is also another card of truth for me. So for whoever the reading was about yesterday, when I was talking about the Queen of Wands being the third party, if you guys watched that reading, you'll know about it, of course. But it turns out, I guess, that there is a Queen of Wands in the mix here. And if somebody does come back, I'm hearing back, not somebody you're currently dealing with, but somebody who comes back, okay? So whoever, you know, remember, certain parts of this message will only resonate for some of you. This is about those who had a past connection with the Six of Emotions, a past connection, somebody trying to come back. They're actually hiding a third party, so be very mindful of that. And that's what's really neat about this, is Archangel Michael is here. You are protected. Regardless of what this person tries to do to you, they're going to have absolutely no power over you, okay? This is very interesting reading. See, here's that Justice card again as I'm shuffling. And the Justice card for me is representing Archangel Michael's presence. So this is double. Basically, we have him on the board twice here, which is very, very important for you guys to know, okay? Remember that you are beautiful. You don't need people like this in your life. If this is your twin, or you believe this is your divine counterpart, you don't deserve this. You deserve better. Walk away from this person. If this person does come back, I'm getting the sense that you should walk away from this person. Yeah, look at that. Ace of Voices. As I cut the deck when I said that. Do not entertain this person. They are not worth your time. Walk away from them. They are... The gall of this person is just beyond me. This person might try to hoover you or something like that, which is really interesting because in my Archangel Michael reading, I did have something about somebody trying hoovering someone. And this person might try and paint a very pretty picture for you and tell you that you're beautiful, that you're amazing, that that you're this fantastic person. But in reality, they have no intention on being with you. They don't want to commit, essentially, right? Page of Fire. Remember how I was saying about commitment with the Hierophant? Page of Fire is a very immature energy. Somebody who doesn't want to commit, right? If the King of Wands was following, perhaps I would have maybe interpreted it that way. The Page of Fire is an incredibly immature energy, especially paired with the Hierophant card here. This person might want to pick, like I said, paint a pretty picture for you. Is there any advice that you guys have for us? So we have the Nine of Voices, the Five of Cups, and the Five of Voices. Okay. So it's really interesting to me is that I don't see this as advice. I'm actually seeing I don't see this as advice. I'm getting, once again, the Justice card here. I'm getting the sense that if you're stuck in your head and you're feeling sad about this, just keep in mind that this person is trying to manipulate you, likely emotionally. Okay, this person may, as I said, want to keep you stuck in your head. Remember how I was saying I got him where I want him now? This could be a person who has very narcissistic traits, somebody who is clearly a narcissist who has no interest. Look at that, Ace of Voices. Someone who is a narcissist who has no interest in being with you, okay? This is a person who wants to keep you stuck. And here's the Temperance card. This is a card of being shocked. I think that you or this person will be shocked by the fact that they've been caught. They'll be shocked at the fact that you know, that you have a deep inner knowing about this, and this may cause them a great deal of upset once they realize that they've been caught, essentially. Yeah, Knight of Voices, as I said that, Knight of Voices, or the the Knight of Swords is also a card of anger at times. So be very mindful, guys. I'm getting the sense here, though, that you're overcoming this with the Chariot card here. And for me, look at that. King of Swords. Interestingly enough, yesterday the same thing happened. King of Swords, Ace of Voices. Somebody speaking their truth. This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, heavy Aquarius, as I said, speaking their truth, or somebody sees the truth. And this could very well be you seeing the reality of the situation very clearly, and you're going to move on, you're going to move forward with the Chariot card. You've achieved victory, okay? So that's pretty much going to wrap up the reading here, you guys. If this resonated, feel free to leave a comment down below. It's greatly appreciated. I'd love to hear from you guys. And of course, if you did enjoy this reading, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Take care.